Good evening, everybody. Have you ever had a difficult relationship? Don't look around. Specifically, a teacher, maybe a boss or a parent. Just about a year ago, I had a boss who I very deeply respect. He left for another company. As most jobs tend to go, he was replaced. The replacement that came in was very difficult to respect and very difficult to work with. In life, we might encounter people who are difficult to respect, whether over us or under us. How we handle these interactions is very important. In Ephesians 6, verses 5 through 9, Paul gives us three examples, of how to respect our authority, how to respect those over us or under us. Starting in verse 5, slaves, be obedient to those who are your masters, according to the flesh, with fear and trembling, with sincerity of your heart, as to Christ, not by way of eye service, as men pleasers, but as slaves of Christ, doing the will of God from the heart, with good will render service as to the Lord, not of men, knowing that whatever good thing each one does, this he will receive back from the Lord, whether slave or free. In a modern context, this is referring to an employee-employer relationship. But it says we need to respect those over us. How? We work hard for these people. How we help and serve these people, how we help and serve these people in service to God is how God will repay us. Not just that, your attitude while working is very important as well. How we react when things get tough is important. If you look at 4 in Ephesians, if you look at chapter 4, verses 26 and 27, it says, "Be angry and do not sin. Do not let the sun go down in your anger, and do not give the devil an opportunity." When we get angry, we can't have uncontrolled outbursts. Continuing down to verse 9, it says, "Masters, do the same things to them. Give up threatening, knowing that both their master and yours is in heaven, and there is no partiality between them." We also have to respect those under us. How? We take care of our employees. If you've had a bad boss, you know how to give grace instead of getting angry. Again, going back to 4 verses 26 and 27, when problems cause more problems, you can't get mad. You have to give grace and be patient. That's mandatory. That's how we serve and glorify God. Finally, we need to respect the giver of all authority. We need to respect God. How we show our reverence to God is by our intentions. Throughout this whole passage, from 5:21 all the way down to 6 verses 9, it is about submitting or obeying to those above us, not for our glory, for God's. Notice how we're supposed to have our intentions, with a sincere heart, not by way of eye service or as people pleasers, as bondservants of Christ, rendering service or goodwill as to the Lord and not to man. Knowing that he who is both your master and theirs is in heaven, and there is no partiality between them. If we can't respect the people here, how can we respect God? This doesn't just relate to our family relationships, but also our friends, our teachers, students, maybe, employees, employers. How we glorify God is based off of how we spend with the people we spend 1/3 of the week with, or half the week with, for that matter. It comes down to our interactions with them and our intentions. Jesus said it best, love your neighbor.